Hey everyone, again, we are going to be talking about shapes and colors today. This time we're going to use that same theme using requesting. So some of our students are verbal and some of our students nonverbal. Some of our students using modified communication devices. But irrelevant of their means of communication, we are going to demonstrate a way of utilizing those shapes and colors for communication. Some of our students also highly motivated by colors and shapes, and that's how we can, again, use that simple activity to optimize communication. Okay, let's get started. So to complete the butterfly, your student will request in several ways. So if it's an early learner, a student that's just beginning to talk, they might say shape, and that's okay. So you would hand the student a shape and they will simply match it. Another student might have a little bit more language and they would say green shape, and you will give them a green shape and they will match it. A student with a little bit more language might say, give me green triangle, and you will hand your student a green triangle and they will match it. A student that has a little bit more language might say, can I have 2 orange squares? And you would hand them 2 orange squares and they're gonna match it. So it's depending on the level of your student in terms of their communication. You will expand the language, but it starts from simple 1 word, it goes to maybe 2 words, and then carrier phrases and some descriptive, and before you know, they're communicating in a full sentence. And that is how you can use, again, the same resource for communication. We are going to do a little bit more language today using the butterfly, shapes and colors. But this time we're going to expand a little bit using it with our a little bit more able verbal students, where they're going to do a little bit of reading and a little bit of fill-ins, a little bit descriptive stuff about the butterfly. So you have a picture of a butterfly in front of you and you can ask your student to describe it. And the student might say the butterfly has antennas, the butterfly has wings, the butterfly has a body. So that's one way. You can then ask a few questions. How many wings a butterfly has? And the student will say 2. Fantastic. How many wings does a butterfly has? And he will say, or she will say 2. Fantastic. What is a butterfly gonna do? And they might say fly. And then you would say, can you show me how a butterfly fly? And they will demonstrate that. So that is typically for some of our students that are more able and have a little bit more comprehension. They could go as far as describing, they can go as far as acting out what a butterfly may do as a 1 unit, okay? To take it a step further, you can also use it as a worksheet. And what we've done is we've composed a small description of the butterfly, and if your student can actually write the words, they can go ahead and write it. If they can't write the words, they might be able to trace it or even copy it. If a student cannot do either or, we've created a worksheet where you can cut off the words and they simply going to read, knowing that they can read, and fill in those words, just as I'm going to demonstrate. So, blank, they will pick the word butterfly, has wings, 2 blank antennas, and so forth. If your student is struggling, what they can do is they can use that part of the worksheet to simply copy. And as they get good at understanding what words they need to fill in, you can remove that and they will automatically be able to complete the worksheet by themselves. And I believe that sums up our theme of the butterfly. Stay tuned for more interesting and fun themes.